everybody, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for passing by. Thank you so much for subscribing. And thank you very much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. I do apologize for the outside noise. I'm seemingly someplace always at a park close to where motor vehicles are passing to and fro. So ever so often you will hear the noise of a motor vehicle. So let me apologize, sorry, in advance. No, I did a video yesterday and I was speaking on an artist, Alkaline, whom I support, right? I also spoke on the haters and what they have to say. And I highlighted a particular one that had making some sort of disparaging comments that were rather baseless. He had no argument, he had no point, but he was just saying things and making up stuff as he go along. So I highlight them and I repeated what he said verbatim, and I put my pointers across to not only counter his argument, but to basically rubbish it, of which I was successful in doing so. And so I pat myself on the shoulder because so many persons come out of the woodwork and they believe that they could come over to my comment section and be very disrespectful and be making blatant comments and disrespectful remark, don't you get whore, this, that, and the third. And, you know, a lot of persons are coming out and they're saying some things. You are entitled to your opinion, however, but you're not entitled to be disrespectful. So if you look in your comment section and you don't see the comment anymore, it's because it was deleted, it was removed, and perhaps you are blocked also. So that's not the atmosphere that I cater to. That's not the type of audience. A lot of you women out there with the low derogatory self-esteem, you need to go over to your mockers videos and your mockers department where you belong. That's the avenue that caters to people like you. Poor emotional intelligence. You are in your feelings because you are in disagreement with something that I said for whatever reason, because what I said was actually factual and you guys are in disagreement with it, and because you're disagreeing with what I'm saying, you get into your feelings instead of highlighting something that you believe I said was in grave error and counter the argument in the comment section. You decide to tap into your feelings of being very disruptive with your mouth. The typical ghetto low-life woman out there who believe that resorting to things like these in a comment section is the way to go because they have no intelligence and they don't know how to conduct themselves in the physical world and also on social media. So that's what me take a step back. I love all of this. This is all of me, okay? And I'm the height of female empowerment. You see all this? I am the height of female empowerment, and this is why a lot of women like me, because I empower women in a positive way. This is not what got me here. Neither was this. Neither was this. It was the money shot. This is called the money shot, right? And it's what got me here. And I always say, like Camila McDonald said on America's Next Top Model, it's my signature look and it's the look that's going to make me famous. So whether you like it or not, I'm not hiding it. I parade my flaws whether you like it or not, because you cannot go anywhere near my self-esteem. And that's why I walk with my flaws on my big ass forehead. You understand me? So clock that. Moving forward, because I really do not believe in giving low-life people any of my time. It's the best. Your behavior is very predictable and stuff like that. A lot of you cater to the Charles Darwin theory that black people are three-fifths human being because they have no intelligence, they cannot reason and stuff like that. This is an argument and a theory from the 16th century. And you guys are in 2025 and you're displaying the same behavior pattern. Unfortunately, it's a large majority that are displaying that behavior. And it seems to me that you're catering to the theory and you don't want to prove people wrong when it comes to your behavioral pattern. So you constantly come over and believe that the disrespectful comments and stuff like that are going to be tolerated. I am not here for it. I am who I am. People are saying that I should go and look at work. Well, this is my work. What's yours? Why are you over my comment section? I'm not paying you to make a comment. You understand? So maybe you're the one that needs to go and look at work. And if you're working very short hours, go longer. You understand? I want to speak on some things that really matter. Oftentimes we think we know, but we don't. And that's one of the problems. No, I won't use the word problem. I use the word issue because oftentimes problems are relative, right? So oftentimes we believe that we know, but we really don't. We believe that something is until we look, examine, study, focus, observe much further, we realize that it's often more than what meets the eye. I say that to say this. You know, Many persons have come out and many persons have been coming at people for their comment, coming at people for uploading videos, speaking in defense of Alkaline. You guys probably thought that this guy really do not have any supporters, he do not have any loyalists, he do not have any fans out there. And each time you're getting a pushback, you get into your feelings and you want to incorporate disrespect and all these type of things. Yes, it's low intelligence, right? But you are not used to it. That's the thing. So you have a frightened mannerism to you, wherein I'm shocked. I didn't know that these persons really do exist, that supports the artist, that caters to the artist. And because of such, you guys aren't able to deal with the shock that you are getting. You understand? I spoke about being a part of an anti-bully campaign. Not only did I associate myself with it, I spearheaded it. I'm the creator of it. And it's the first anti-bully program that is in Jamaica. Anti-bully campaign started by me. And I speak on it proudly because oftentimes things are not what it seems. I'm going to get back to what things are not what it seems in a few minutes, and more than what meets the eye. And we think we know, but we don't. And we believe that something is when it actually isn't. I'm going to get back to that. I saw persons were, being bullied all throughout school, the working environment, all over. And I believe that it was my duty as an individual and as a human being and as a civilian of Jamaica to start something that caters to people respecting other persons. I did an entire video on respect, and I really don't want to go back into it again or to start up the topic, but I did an entire video on respect. And I'm saying that to say this. Oftentimes, people are going through a lot. And they don't know how to deal with the situation, and so they start to lash out. So anywhere they go, they see something that they disagree with, they just immediately start lash out. These are examples of poor emotional intelligence. Being a part of an anti-bully campaign was something that I'm proud of, and I will forever speak on it. The reason being, when people do negative things, they become infamous. It's easy for them to gain traction, for them to become infamous, for people to see them, for them to get highlight. You understand? But when a person is doing something good, they are usually the unknown. They are in a cave. They're in deep, dark tunnel where people hide them off. And so they go forward in life, And when they go forward in life, nobody remembers them. Much like the Tesla, his invention and his ideas are being used today, of which people rubbish way back decades ago. So understanding the importance of anti-bully is what made me decided that I wanted to start a campaign and I wanted to be a part of it, right? Now, I met a young man and I've been communicating with him for some time, but I realized that this guy channels some negative vibration. His vibration are very low. And, he's always talking about crime. He's talking about violence, police, this and that and third. But he always come from a negative angle. And I always sit in the position wherein I try to split justice. I try to open his eyes to make him see a different spectrum or a broader spectrum. However, he insists on believing in what he believes and supporting what he supports. No matter how I try to show him a different angle. I did not come as a reprimanding individual. I did not come ostracizing him or criticizing him. One day I was sitting with him and he was talking and he was letting me know that things weren't always what it seems or what it actually is, right? And he spoke of being in grade 1 or grade 2, and at the time he couldn't really talk. He stutters when he talks. Communicating with him now, I notice that he tends to stutter. So upon him stuttering, he started telling me that in grade 1, grade 2, he couldn't really talk, and so kids used to bully him. And because of the bullying, he started breaking hands, he started stabbing, he started sending kids into the hospital. And that was his life throughout primary school, going to high school, until he got expelled from the school. And so then he realized that that was his defense mechanism, violence, to attack first. That was his defense mechanism, to attack first. So you won't come at him, you won't say anything to him to try to demean him, to try to disrespect him, because he felt hurt and he did not know how to deal with the hurt. Nobody was listening, nobody was paying attention to him, whether it be his mother or his teacher. Nobody realized that he was actually being bullied. The aggressor, the victim of bullying, became the one who was very, very dangerous. These are things that I speak on in society. And so I always say you have to be careful of the things that you are saying about people, that you are doing to people, because oftentimes you are creating a monster and you don't realize it. So many of you have uploaded videos and you have come and you've spoke on how you're being treated in the workplace. A senior person is bullying you. You're getting too much work. You're being overworked. People are not focusing. People are not thinking. People are not understanding you, looking at where you're coming from. You speak on family members doing all sorts of things to you. People trying to take your land. People try to take your house. People try to interfere with your children. People try to interfere with you. So many of you come on the internet with a victim story. And in the comment section, oftentimes you guys are supported. But when you check it out, a lot of you people who claim to be victims are actually persons who are bullied. Yourself, you bully other persons. And it is a case study. This is something that is actually factual that I'm speaking on. A lot of you guys sit in the position of bullying other people. So many times I have seen it. A lot of you guys are the same persons in the comment section. A lot of you guys are the same persons who are uploading videos and going after Alkaline and speaking about the guy and trying to discredit him. And this is what happens when you decide to bully people. Oftentimes you don't realize that eventually you will end up being a victim. You will end up being a victim. So when you see something and you believe that something is, oftentimes when you look closer, like I said, it's actually not. The rabbit hole is much deeper. And had Alkaline been a person who staying recluse, or not necessarily staying recluse, but don't answer and believe that he can be an easy target and stuff like that, then it would have worked for you guys. But your problem, like I said, on the shock value that you guys are getting is that he's actually pushing back. He's actually attacking back just the same, because he's showing you that he's fearless and he doesn't care. And because you guys aren't used to that while being a bully, that's where your problem lies. You do not respond to a person who is being bullied well when they retaliate. You do not respond well. You don't know how to act. You don't know what to say. So you just start going for adjectives to describe people. And you start come up with your scheme to discredit the artist and what he has accomplished during his years of being a dancehall artist. And that's what you guys are doing. See, I'm the type of person that also do counseling, whether you like it or not. There are so many persons who have come to me. Some of you are artists, you understand? And I listened and I understand where a lot of them are coming from. And oftentimes these people speak on being bullied and being targeted by the media, you understand? And it's not an easy road for them. It's not an easy road because they are human beings with feelings. And unfortunately, there are so many persons out there that I cannot say to tell them or caution them to think twice. I can't, because some of you are just outright stupid, illiterate, you're below normal intelligence, you function on that type of wavelength, and it's not about to change. So oftentimes, people can either block you, people can either remove you from their platform, people can either, just delete your comment and don't pay you any attention. But that's how far it goes, because when ignorance is breeding, it often breeds ignorance. And so we have to pray and hope that a lot of you people die out like disco, or you die out like flowers. You understand? You just wither away, because your behavior pattern is not going to change. You can't help it. So many persons have been dealt with setbacks and a lot of adversities, misfortune, and they keep their head steadfast, their mind strong, because they know within themselves that they will have to persevere in order to get over this hurdle and move on. That's what they tell themselves. There are other persons who have dealt with setbacks and they decide that they're going to succumb to it. They are victim of it, and so in turn they become mendicants. They become persons that were parasitic to other persons, who believe in tearing down people and bringing down them in the pit that they live, that they stay, that they actually belong. Not so. Everybody's not going to take it. Everybody is not going to listen. Some people are going to strike back. And that's what you guys are getting. When you believe that you can drag people through the mud or drag people down in the pit that you are in, and the decrepit lifestyle and situation that you guys are given. It matters not if you're driving a Benz, okay? So it's not going to make any difference. You are who you are. Everybody's not going to listen. Everybody's not going to take. People are going to strike back. And that's what you're getting. You understand? So if you don't like the artist and you don't want anybody to say anything about your artist, you can probably, move with caution. Then it's simple. You can move with caution, because persons are going to strike back, and I'm not the only person. I can stop speaking on Alkaline today. There are going to be so many more out of the woodwork that are going to come, and they're going to defend the artist. Currently, there are many who are also doing it. And so whether you like it or not, a lot of them are here to stay. You understand? This is just one force that you will not win. You won't win. You will not win. You understand? But you can try. See, history is being created right now, and you have a decision to make as to which side of history you want to be on. You want to be on the sad, decrepit, bad side of history, where you're known to tear down other persons, or you want to be on the positive side of history, wherein if you don't like or agree with someone, you just keep it moving. You understand? Or, what do you want to be? You have a choice. As Mavado had said, there are two roads, choose one. So which side of history do you want to be? Because history is being created. History is being created. That's all I have to say. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Bye-bye.